Yeah, for you, in the fourth quarter, did it feel like anything changed to allow you to get into a little bit of rhythm there, anything like that?
No, I was just more decisive, made some open shots, created a little bit more space. But, I had some great looks in the first half. I missed 2 floaters in and out, 2 threes in and out. It happens. I got to get off to better starts. But I think for us, collectively, we were just more aggressive. Got to be aggressive throughout the game and sense of urgency. You need a sense of urgency earlier in the games, and I think that'll be the difference for us going forward.
Yeah, for you guys, this is a second game in a row with a pretty low three-point attempts. I think you guys were under 30. Was there anything they were doing tonight to just limit you guys from the arc?
They're a good defensive team. I think they're rated the second best defensive team in the NBA. So they make you play in the yard. They load up on the paint and they close out well. They do a good job of playing well out of scrambles, and some of it was us missing shots. Some of it was them just playing good defense. But I think, these last 6 games we're playing against good teams. Good defensive teams. They got good offense. They got, star power. So we're not going to get open looks all the time. It becomes more of a half-court game, and that's why it's really important you get stops and then you can get out and run in transition and be more free.
Now, obviously, guys are going to be pissed about losing, but how would you assess just where the guys are right now? Does this kind of feel different than some of the lows y'all experienced early in the season?
We got 45 wins with 6 games left. It's not the end of the world. We would have liked to win more games at home during this homestand. We would like to have clinched the playoffs already, but if you would have told me we got 6 games left before the playoffs start, so we got a way to control our own destiny, I would have said, I'll take that. So, you got to look at it 2 ways, right? We got to be better, obviously. We got to get back to the basics, but it's also, not the end of the world. We lost some games that we feel like we should have won, but there's still games left to be played. We still have a say in how the season is going to finish up for us, and we still have control over how we play, and hopefully we can get some wins and lock in this playoff seed.
And does it feel like there's something that's kind of connected these losses that y'all need to address, whether it be offensively or just focus or execution? Do you think there's something like bigger picture y'all need to address?
The game just ended. I haven't even watched the game yet, so I'll have to watch the game. But we gave up 117 points. We had 7 technicals, so that's 7 free throws. That's 110, and that's not a bad defense tonight. Gave up 26 in the fourth. A lot of technical free throws. We was in a bonus early in the first quarter. So we just got to do a better job of guarding smarter. We guard well, but we got to guard smarter. Getting in foul trouble early, getting them in the bonus early makes it harder to play defense. But that second quarter we gave up 34 points and gave up 33 in the third. And that was the difference in the game, really. So we got to be better defensively, and I think from an offensive standpoint, continuing to play 0.5, getting downhill. I had 4 turnovers. So I think it's the little stuff, right? Like, I can't control me making or missing shots. I get my work in every day. I watch film. I pride myself on being prepared, but I can control 4 turnovers. So I think it's about us just figuring out collectively, individually, how can we be better for our team. How can we control some of those things, and making and missing shots is a part of the game, but we got to be better at the things that we can actually control.
And what was kind of the reactions to seeing 3 guys tossed at the end of the game, back to back to back like that?
Yeah, that was tough. This is an emotional game. Everything that happened probably shouldn't have happened, but we got to be better. And I think some of it was questionable ejection. I don't know what Trey said. I think Trey said something, but then I was by Dyson when Dyson got thrown out. I don't think that he should have been ejected for that, for what we said. He didn't say a curse word or anything. He just agreed with what Trey said, and he threw him out. So I was like, that's kind of tough. I think, they obviously wanted to get control of the game, but it's 7 seconds left now. Like, the deed is done. Let the game end and let us go home. But we got to be better. It's a growth moment for us to learn. You got to win with class. You got to lose with class, and it's a part of it. And obviously, we was all frustrated. We all wanted to win, but credit them. They played well, and they beat us.
CJ, do you feel like some of the frustrations came from stuff that happened earlier in the game? Like, for instance, I think Gary Harris may have slipped, but he still took Z out from underneath his feet.
Yeah, it looked dirty, but I know G. We all know G. He's not a dirty player, but it looked bad, and I fouled sucks, and I'm sure it looks bad, but we all just trying to compete and trying to win at the end of the day. We're going to protect each other and protect our teammates and do what we can to win the game. And, you know, I don't necessarily think that was the issue. I think it was a collective 48 minutes of inconsistencies throughout the game where I think that causes frustration sometimes because since what, January or February, like the game has been referee different, right? Like, I mean, it's no secret. It's the least amount of free throw attempts per game since 1930, 1940, since before it was the NBA. So the game is being refereed differently, right? So we've adjusted to that, and then you have a game like tonight where they're calling fouls like it's pre-January, so it's just confusing. And I think that's the frustration and the frustrating part is like, yo, we've been guarding like this for like 20 games, and these aren't fouls, you know, for those 20 games we played, and now these are fouls, and then we get guarded the same way. And it's like, it's just confusion. I think we just got to get a better understanding of how the game's going to be called every night, because tonight was different than how it's been. Like, I shot 11 free throws. I went 5 games, and I shot 3 free throws through 5 games. I had multiple 5-game stretches where I wouldn't shoot free throws for 3 or 4 games. If I'm shooting the ball 20 times a night, somebody's hitting me at some point, right? So I think that's why we were just a little confused with how the game was being officiated tonight.
CJ, a lot of younger guys on this roster, are you pretty confident that mentally they will fight through this?
Yeah, we'll be fine, man. We'll be fine. We know what needs to be done. They here for a reason.